All right, we got a homeschool hustler with us today. And Turner, what have you sold out of your store?
Bop It.
It's a Bop It. And you like Bop It, don't you?
Yeah, I like this kind of Bop It.
Yeah, you like it better than there's a Bop It over here. It's a different kind of Bop It, huh? Hey, that reminds me, some people asked about these mugs. These are the mugs we kept back just in case we had any break. And we only had one break. So we sent that off. And yeah, we'll put out of these, what do we got? 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll put a few more up there on CommonwealthPicker.com soon, I think. Probably 4 or 5 more. We'll see. All right, Turner is got a Bop It, and it sold. And he had a question for me. What was your question?
So, wait.
You wanted to play with it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, because you took the batteries out.
I took the batteries out.
I hold the Bop It. I don't hold it like that. I hold it like this.
You asked me why I took the batteries out of it.
Yeah.
So I take the batteries out because I don't know how long I'm going to have it. And if it sits forever and ever and ever, the batteries can corrode and make it a big giant mess in there. So I take the batteries out. So that's what I do. And I usually, obviously I test it first. And then I take it out after I test it. But last time I had it in there and it was working and you got to play with it. This time you get to play with it, did you? Yeah. Maybe I'll leave them in the Bop Its for you until we sell them. Hey, what's that? We got one more. We got a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah,
Have you been to Build-A-Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that Build-A-Bear has a tag on it still. I picked this up at a garage sale, Turner. I picked it up for, I can't remember if it was $1 or $2. But either way, it's pretty good. It sold for $25 plus shipping. So we got a good deal on that one. What do you think of that? You like that?
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. So you get $1 to...
Save, spend, and donate.
Hey, you got it, buddy. You got it. Thank you for joining us today.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. It's Kevin, and we are in the cabin. And I just turned the AC off because the sound doesn't come over really well. And it is going to be really hot today. So forgive me if I'm speaking quickly here, but I want to get that AC back on. Just kidding. Anyway, hey, one thing, I think I've put Turner on here before I did the opening to the video because we have been selling quite a bit out of the Homeschool Hustler store lately. And I did a video yesterday with him, and I forgot to put it on, and I'm going to put it on this one. And then there'll be another Homeschool Hustler store sale at the end of the video, which is an item that my wife bought at a garage sale, and she just did really, really well at that garage sale. And that one item, you probably remember this sale. She stole everything that was good or something like that on the Commonwealth Picker channel. She got tons of great stuff. She outpicked me, and she almost never goes to garage sales, which is awesome. And you know what? That's why I titled this video what I did. I love doing eBay, and I absolutely love doing it when other people in my family are excited about it too. I think that goes for just about everything. You know, it's fun to share what you are passionate about with other people. And I think that might explain why a lot of you are watching this. Maybe your family isn't as passionate, or maybe your family is passionate and you're all sharing this experience together, either watching shows like this or going out garage selling or doing eBay. Whatever it is, it's always better when you're doing it with somebody else who shares that same passion. And I love the fact that my wife is getting so good at it, and she's picked some good things. And I'll let you take a look at that at the end of the video. She won't be in the video because she's out taking Reagan to gymnastics, but no doubt she would want to brag about that one because that item paid for everything that we got at that particular sale, and we filled up the back of the car. So we did really, really well at that sale, thanks to her mostly. Although I chipped in from time to time, and Reagan even got a couple things that we've sold so far. So I just wanted to say that and welcome you to the cabin, and let's take a look around here. But I'm going to put this back up here, and we're going to take a look at what's sold today. Hey, we sold a Filter Queen wand, and it has a little adapter right there. It's in pretty good condition. Believe it or not, this thing is going overseas. Well, it could be going to Canada. I didn't actually figure that out, but it's going through the global shipping program. And this, I suppose, is something I could have not done through that, I think, because it's not that heavy. Usually it's 4 pounds and under, and you could consider doing first class flat rate international and doing that through pirate ship. But on big items, really, I don't go over 2 pounds. If it's 2 pounds and under, I'm going to go through pirate ship, and I'm going to do it myself, save a little bit of money, make it a little bit more appealing for people overseas. But this one is going through global shipping, which means it's going to Kentucky, which is kind of cool for me because that's a really, really cheap shipper for me. For other folks around, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So GSP for me does pretty well, and I sell quite a bit of stuff. I wouldn't say it's 10% by any stretch, but I sell quite a bit through GSP, and I sell quite a bit through First Class International on pirate ship as well. That's another when in doubt, parted outer. We're in the pure profit for these, and so this one will be pure profit. I don't know if I told you how much it sold for. $29.95 plus shipping on that, and it should go in a tube, but with that bend right there, I might have to actually fashion a little bit of a Frankenbox onto the end of that tube. Haven't sold these in a while. Twisted Radio Waves. These are Jerry Garcia. It's an interview, Dr. Demento. And I've said this 1,000 times, but if you're new to the channel, I'll say it one more time, then I won't for a while if they sell, but they haven't sold in a while. I'm into these for about a penny, and I've sold them for years, and I don't make much, but like I said, into them for a penny, and they sold for $8.95. So we're going to make pretty decent money on these regardless of the fact that they're selling cheap. It's one listing that will last years because I bought over 1,000 of these guys. And usually viewers buy them from time to time, but I don't think this one was. If it was, we appreciate it, but I don't think it was. The next one was a viewer, however, and we are in the pure profit on this record buy. Can't remember the name of the video. The prices were right at these garage sales on Commonwealth Picker. I can't remember. But we did pretty good on buying a bunch of records, and I'm not a record guy, but I think I was able to recognize some that had some decent value, and this one did, and this one sold to a viewer. I think 2 of the 5 we've sold already have sold to viewers. I think this is like the 3rd best of all the records as far as value, and I've sold a bunch off in the antique booth as well. So we're going to end up making a pretty good amount of money on these records. Some of them have decent value. This one's in pretty good condition. It has a little bit of an issue there, you know, and some normal wear and tear, but the record itself was in good shape. It's Joshua Tree U2, and I grew up not too far from Joshua Tree. I remember going out there and doing some, what do they call it? I should probably remember this. When you're coming down from a rock formation, what do they call that? At any rate, somebody's going to tell me in the comments below. I'm losing my mind here. I can't remember. And it's the only time I've ever done it, but I remember going out there. I think when I was, probably 10th grade is when I went out there and did that. It was kind of a neat little trip, and Joshua Tree is a beautiful place, but it's kind of unique. It's out there looking over the Coachella Valley out towards Palm Springs. I grew up in a little place called Yucaipa, and of course the Joshua Tree is right here. If I remember the story correctly, the Joshua Tree is named after, it was named by a Mormon group who was coming through the area, and seeing that Joshua Tree reminded them of Joshua in the Bible, the guy who took over for Moses. You know, Moses wasn't allowed into the promised land. I think, if I can get my Bible stories correct here, I gotta get my Sunday school teacher to help me out there. It's, let's see, or maybe Rev Resale, you can help me out here. I think Moses wasn't let into the promised land because he spoke to the rock. No, he struck the rock instead of speaking to the rock, or vice versa, or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but Joshua gets to lead them into the promised land, and he's got his hands up praying for them, I think, after they cross the Jordan. Something like that, and that's what the tree reminded them of, apparently, and they named it after Joshua in the Bible. So maybe we can ask Bono. He'll probably tell us. At any rate, I'm going on and on about this. Let me read what the buyer said. They said, "Thanks so much. I've been looking for a way to support your channel. You and your family, including the furry ones, are wonderful to watch." They said, "Keep up the good work to the homeschool hustlers. I still remember my first sale in 7th grade in 1996 on eBay. The Harlem Globetrotters game magazine I bought for $0.25 and sold for $11.99. That's a great, great story, Dave. So thank you, Dave. And your eBay store is Full House Vintage. And if I remember here, maybe I'll do a little quick video. I'll put it at the end of this video about how I pack these up. It's a particular way I used to do it, and then I learned from some record folks of a slightly different way, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. 2 more video games sold, and I think it's $11.99 and $10.50 for these 2 out of our giant bulk buy, and we've been selling a couple of these, it seems like every single day lately. All right, we're going to head into the eBay cave and check out what's sold in there. Let's go. Hey, don't forget to hang around. At the end of the video, we'll do 3 things. Got another Homeschool Hustler store sale. Have an LP. I'm going to ship a record out and just show you the box and show you how I do that and how I've learned to do that, actually, just in the last year or so in a different way than I used to do it. And I also have I think a New Mexico plate from a viewer, and I want to show you that too. So anyway, we have an man sale here going out to Margaret. She says, I love the channel. Thank you for all the hard work to pave the way for us newbies on eBay. Margaret, thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, hey, Keith, you took some time off there, and now you're buying again. Keith, for those of you, and Janet, for those of you who don't know, are the ones who sent us that sign out there, welcome to our cabin. And he says, hi, Kevin, just wanted to tell you that Kat and Jake thank you for the shout out about their antique store, and I'm buying this before they are gone. I saw the Christmas tree you have in your store, so I am going to buy that as well. Also, the sign looks great in the cabin. God bless you and your family from Minnesota. We appreciate it. I had that Christmas tree down on my list here, so I'll have to wait till I get up there. So thanks, Keith. We appreciate it. Hey, I have a Maxell record. This is a record. Tape going out, new sealed, paid $0.25. Matter of fact, I think they were $0.25 and I bundled them together and got them a little cheaper than that, probably 20 cents at a sale quite a while ago. Only sold a couple lots, but this one was a single. So sometimes when you lot things up, there's an odd number and it doesn't quite work out. And so I decided to sell this thing independently, separately, and it's hard to do that sometimes. You got to be pretty cheap. And this went out for, I think, $2.50. $2.41 plus shipping on that. So after fees and the little extra we make from the shipping, because it's always calculated over, we'll make about $2 profit on it. I have another one going out, and this one's going out to Timothy, I think is what it is. My wife Diane and I are huge fans of your YouTube channels. You have such an easygoing personality and a smooth approach making deals. Definitely something that I've taken to heart. You know, that's funny. I'll read the rest of it in a second. And it says you're from California, Visalia. Okay, I know where that is, in the Central Valley. I didn't grow up. I've only been there once, other than when I was born. I was born in Hanford, California. Oh, there you go. About 20 minutes from Hanford. So you must have heard that before. I guess you're a huge fan, so I should have assumed that. Thanks for all the great advice and content, Timoth Star 72 on eBay. Did I get that right? Did I read that right? I always sometimes read those and I'm like, that was the dumbest way to say that thing I've ever said. But I think that's right. Since you're Timothy, it's Timoth without the Y, Star 72. So thank you. We appreciate it. And there's a story I was just going to say. Oh, I know what it was. So it says a smooth approach to making deals. You know, if there's anything I get criticized for 2 things on the other channel. 3, I used to get criticized for chewing sunflower seeds and spitting them out because it ruined the audio. So I stopped doing that. The second thing was I don't treat the items very nicely. And I'm just kind of throwing them around. And I watch John Cincinnati Picker, and I watch him pick things up, and he puts them down like this. And I'm like, he's an old pro at this, you know. He's got that criticism for 2 years. I only just started getting it. So I try to be a little softer with the items, but it's hard for me. You know, if I'm dealing with a plush, I'm just chucking the plush. It's a plush, for goodness sake. Can't hurt, right? All right. Anyway, thank you. And the other thing is about the deal making, and some people just don't like that. You know, if somebody says $10 and you offer them $7, you're the worst person in the world. And I suppose, you know, it's all in the eye of the beholder, I suppose. You know, hey, we're in this to make money. A lot of people who do what we're doing this to make money. And the people that criticize you for not paying exactly what somebody offers, I feel like saying, well, you know, here's their address, you can send them the money. Am I wrong in thinking that? At any rate, I don't know. John always pays full price, it seems like. I don't know, I can't take it. I'm too cheap. I'm more of a lowball Lonnie kind of style guy. You know, somebody says 75 cents, I say 50. So I guess that's the way I do it. So why don't you all tell me down below, do you negotiate, if you are a yard sailor, garage sailor, do you negotiate almost everything? So you tell me, I want to get a good feel if I'm unusual in this or if I'm typical, if I'm normal. If somebody's got $3 on something, are you just going to pay the $3 every time? Sometimes I do. Or are you going to pay $2? Are you going to ask $2? Are you a bundler? How do you go about doing your strategies at garage sales? So I'm just curious. Tell us in the comments below. Hey, one going out to Teresa. Love the shows. I am a beginning reseller, Hoping the Enterman gets things moving. LOL, could you please sign the Enterman if you have time? Thanks again, Teresa. It's not about the time, Teresa. It's about doing this video and then going out there and remembering to sign it. I will absolutely do that if I can remember to do it. Yes, thanks. Hey, sold an Under Armour shirt. I shouldn't say I did. My wife sold it. And it was a $9 sale plus shipping. Not a huge profit, but you know, you make $5-6 on a t-shirt and you do it 100 times. That ends up being a lot of money. Hey, have one going out to Chantel. Hello, just wanted to thank you for the advice on building up some feedback on my new eBay site. She didn't go into detail, but there's a good example back there. So, well, let's say you're into electronics and you love selling electronics. Good money, for sure. I don't find enough of it around here, at least high quality stuff to do that. That's why I kind of do this eclectic picking. And there's one thing, you know, that you get a lot of returns on in negative feedback. It's electronic. You know, and I try to do things in a way that I'm not going to get that. But electronics, you definitely get it. So sometimes doing something simple like this t-shirt or like the mousetrap balls that are, you know, something that can't break. Something that's just nothing's going to go wrong with if you take precautions and do things right. To get your feedback score up a little bit if you're selling just electronics is helpful. Is having those, what I call them is filler. Those filler items that you can get, you know, I have, well, you can't see them over here, but these little CDs that I talked about, the twisted radio waves. You know, I've never, ever got negative feedback on twisted radio waves, and I can't imagine ever getting it. Plus, I have extras, so I could send another one out if something happened to it. So I think that may be what you're talking about, but I'm not sure. There's other ways to get that feedback rating up. Maybe we'll make a video about it. Heard this guy brings luck and could use some in my new adventure selling on eBay. We are getting great advice and learning some history. Please sign him for us. Thanks a bunch, Chantel and family. So we will definitely do that. I hope. There's two. There's a better chance I remember two than one, so thanks. Oh, and the Christmas tree back here is going out to Keith, and I think he left a message. And he did. He says, hello, Kevin. I've been wanting the Christmas tree for a while and am now going to buy it. Always looking forward to watching your videos. It makes the world a better place. I might be a little bit of an overstatement, but thank you, Keith. God bless you, Blue Ridge Mama and the Homeschool Hustlers. Keith from Lakeville, Minnesota. Thank you, Keith, as always. Hey, stay with us here. We'll go out and we'll do a Homeschool Hustlers store sale. We'll do a short clip on how I shipped the record. And we'll have a gift from a viewer, a New Mexico plate. And thank you so much, as always, for joining us. And we will see you next time. I want to show you this really quick. Finally got a New Mexico plate. We'll have to find a spot for it as its own SKU, as we just have a few left. And this is a great... Is there a name on here? Let me just look. It's a great little story. Hold on a second. It's Kevin. What do you know? And he sent us this awesome plate. He said he was looking for a hot air balloon one, but because New Mexico holds that giant hot air balloon festival, but he didn't find one. But this is an awesome one. I mean, what great colors! That stands out for sure against any wall. So I love it. Thank you so much. The Native American designs on it are really nice. So he says thanks for the bolos. He got 4 lawn chairs at a movie set sale. Paid $60, but they were in the box, and they sold within 24 hours. He says they're summering in the Hamptons. Thank you so much, Kevin. That's awesome. Thanks. All right, we got Turner and Pepper in here today.
Yeah.
How you doing, Pepper? Does that look like Pepper?
Yeah.
Pepper never smiles like that, though, does she?
Yeah.
And Pepper's got a little white spot on it right there.
Yeah.
Any rate, we had a Homeschool Hustlers store sale, and this, Blue Ridge Mama listed it because Blue Ridge Mama found it and put it in your store.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now I got to pay you for it, even though you didn't do anything for it. You didn't even wake up. Sissy at least woke up and went out with us that day. What did you sell?
That up there.
That's right. We sold that Cabbage Patch. 1984 soft sculpture, I believe. And those are the softy ones. And that sold for $60. $60.
I thought you said $60.
$60. That is what I said. $60. Yeah. You got some red socks on there.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man colors.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to get $1 save, $1 spend, and $1 to
donate.
That's right. All right, thanks for joining us today.
Bye.
Thanks, Pepper. All right, so I used to just ship it pretty simple. I used to just stick it in there and fold it up and do all that. But I have since learned to do a couple more things. For one, getting these are great, and I use them for far more than just records. Sometimes I'll use them to do books and whatnot. There is, shameless plug, there is an affiliate link below, but you'll see there's different sizes. You can put more than one record in here. And they're not too expensive. They're definitely worth it. So I used to do it that way, and now I have learned, in order to preserve the sides to make sure it doesn't split. By the way, this one has a poster in it as well, which is really kind of nice, right here. And I have learned to take the record out so the record doesn't slide inside of here and then damage the sides when it's in shipping. Take the record out, put it back in the sleeve like this, and that way the sides are going to be preserved a little bit better. Now I can't get it back in, of course. There we go. Like that. Looks like that's a little bent up. And then I go ahead, and you can cut out a piece of cardboard, which would probably be best, and put one here and put one underneath just to the exact same size to make sure there's, you know, it's good and packed. You don't want it overpacked. But I have since talked to a few record folks, and this is what they tell me to do. And then actually we need to put one on the bottom first. Put one on the bottom. And it just keeps the record from moving, and hopefully keeps the sides from getting damaged the best you can. There we go. And then fold in these sides first. That. Try to get it square as you can. Best you can anyways. And there's the tape gun. You want to seal it. If you want to, I overdo tape, obviously, if you've ever watched any of my videos. But if you want to make sure there's no moisture that gets in there, you can, I just messed that side up. I have to fix that. You can seal the sides as well. You can go through and just seal the sides. Make sure no moisture gets in there. So that's it. I just realized that was to a viewer. And I forgot to put a card and a sticker in there. So we'll have to do that. I'm going to slide those in and send it on its way. Thanks.